We're going to jump right in today because there's a really big shift happening in the silver market, and we're going to look at one company, Silver Storm Mining, that seems to be in the perfect spot to ride this wave. So let's break down their story. Okay, so for the longest time, the price of silver, it was all about paper contracts, right? Stuff traded back and forth digitally. Well, that's changing, and it's changing fast. The reality is, the world is physically using more silver than we're digging out of the ground. That means we have a real structural deficit. So the market isn't just about paper anymore. It's now a hunt for the actual physical metal. And that, of course, brings us to the million-dollar or maybe billion-dollar question for anyone looking at this space. It's not about who might find silver in 10 years. No, the question today is who can actually get it out of the ground and into the market, like right now. You're seeing the smart money shift away from those risky early-stage explorers and zero in on the companies that are just about to turn on the taps. So that brings us right to our focus today, Silver Storm Mining. And listen, this isn't just another company with a PowerPoint and a dream. They are right in the middle of that crucial transition, that leap from being a developer to becoming an actual producer. And they're doing it in one of the best places in the world to be a miner. All right, so to really get what's going on here, you have to start with their main asset. It's called the La Parrilla Silver Mine. Think of it as the engine of the whole operation. And it's about to be fired back up. Now, this is maybe the most important thing to wrap your head around. This is not some speculative, high-risk exploration play where they're just drilling holes and praying they hit something. No way. Silver Storm is restarting a mine that was already a money-making, silver-producing machine for a long, long time. So that huge #1 risk in mining, actually finding the silver, it's already gone. It's off the table. And you don't have to take my word for it. The history here just speaks for itself. Get this. Between 2005 and 2019, this mine churned out over 34 million silver equivalent ounces. And all silver equivalent means is that when you add up the value of the other metals they find alongside the silver, stuff like lead and zinc, it comes out to that massive number. This isn't a projection or a guess. It's a fact. It's a proven track record. We know the geology works. And just think about what that means for a second. It's a huge head start. Silver Storm already owns the mill, the processing plant, all the key infrastructure. If you had to build that same setup from scratch today, you're looking at over $150 million, and honestly, years just to get the permits approved. So having all that already in place, it's just a massive, massive competitive advantage. And this number here really gives you a feel for the scale of this thing. The mill that's already on site, it can chew through 2,000 tons of rock every single day. We're not talking about some small-time operation here. This is a full-scale industrial facility that's basically just waiting for someone to flip the switch. Okay, so they've got the asset, that's box #1 checked. But in the mining world, the very next question is always, yeah, but who's paying for it, right? Because having a great mine is one thing, but having a global giant step in to validate it and fund it, well, that's a whole other level. So to get the cash for the final push to restart, Silver Storm did something really smart. They locked in a special kind of deal called an offtake prepayment. It sounds complicated, but it's simple. A customer pays you cash right now, up front, for a cut of the silver you're going to produce in the future. And in this case, the customer was a very big deal. And yeah, that customer was Samsung. They put up $7 million to fund the final stages of the restart. So why does that matter so much? Think about it. A massive global company like Samsung does insane amounts of due diligence. Their teams of experts go over everything with a fine-tooth comb. They just don't write checks for $7 million unless they are completely convinced the plan is solid, the team is solid, and that the silver is actually there. For investors, that's about as big a vote of confidence as you can get. It just removes a ton of risk from the equation. All right, so let's recap. We've got a proven mine, we've got a world-class partner in Samsung. What's the next critical piece of the puzzle? Well, it's arguably the most important one, the team. Who are the people actually going to make this happen? And the leadership team here, it really feels like it was handpicked for this exact job. You got two key players. On the capital side, there's the CEO, Greg McKenzie. He's a former senior investment banker, so he knows Bay Street and Wall Street inside and out. He knows how to get things funded. Then, on the build side, you've got the COO, Will Ansley. This guy is a classic mine builder. He's not a numbers guy, he's a boots-on-the-ground guy who has literally built 7 mines from the ground up. It's that perfect 1-2 punch of financial smarts and real-world, get-it-done operational experience. Okay, so most people looking at this company are focused on the La Parrilla restart, and for good reason. It's happening right now. But there is another, and frankly, much bigger part of this story that I think a lot of people are missing, and this is where the really massive long-term upside could come from. This chart really says it all. On the left, you see La Parrilla. That's what we've been talking about, the restart. That's the engine for near-term cash flow. But then, look to the right. That massive bar is their other project, San Diego. We're talking about a resource estimate of over 210 million silver equivalent ounces. That is a monster. And that's what takes this company from just a neat restart story to a potential growth story that could last for decades. And you better believe that in the mining industry, an asset of that size does not go unnoticed. The big players, the major mining companies, are always on the hunt for their next big project to feed the machine. They need to replace the ounces they're mining every year. An undeveloped resource like San Diego, it puts a huge bullseye on Silver Storm's back as a potential takeover target. And maybe the best part of all of this isn't some story where you have to wait 5 years to see if it works out. The catalysts, the big news events, are happening literally right now. The new mining equipment is showing up on site, the final upgrades to the mill are getting done, and the really big one, the announcement that they've restarted production, that's coming up fast, targeted for Q2 2026. So you're going to see a constant flow of news hitting the market. So when you put it all together, the entire risk profile for this company has fundamentally changed. It's not a drill bit story anymore, where you're betting on a discovery. The discovery's been made. Now it's purely an execution story. It's about using the infrastructure they already own with the team they have in place to just turn on the cash flow. And that leaves us with one final and, I think, pretty powerful question to think about. When a company with all these pieces, a proven mind, a partner like Samsung, a rock-solid team, and a massive growth project in its back pocket, flips that switch and goes from a developer to a cash-flowing producer, what happens to its valuation? Is the market ready for that re-rating? That's the question, and we're about to find out the answer very,